No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's the place where you can take comfort in the knowing. Whether if you come to stay a while, you're just passing through. This door is open to you. Come and be the silence. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned down, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. So come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. God in us recognizes the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open. This door is open. This door is open. This door is open. This door is open to you. Now, if there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone. Someone stands with you as an individual manifestation of divine point of view. This door is open. This door is open. This door is open. This door is open. This door is open to you. So come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. God in us recognizes the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Muslim, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open. This door is open. This door is open. This door is open. This door is open to you.
We'll have the welcome by Reverend Carol Ann.
Good morning and happy Sunday. My name is Reverend Carol Ann Rubin, and I am here to welcome you to New Thought Community's Sunday service online. Welcome. I know there are a million things you could be doing or paying attention to right now, and you're here with us. So thank you for your intention, and your attention changes the experience for all of us. So thank you for coming and co-creating with us.
Fine, you're gonna be too fast.
Our speaker today is Reverend Michelle Pauls, and her topic is the bridge between mind and heart. Reverend Michelle has a special gift for speaking exactly to this, so stay tuned. I know you're going to want to hear what she has to say. Her practitioner this week is Dyla Ray Norris, and she's been busy this month, but she is our practitioner again this week, and she has a prayer practice that she is deeply involved in every day. So get your intentions in, get your prayer treatment requests in. I encourage you. She's practicing anyway. So if you have just a word or two about whether or not prayer treatment is for you, if you have something in your life that presents as a challenge, if you have something in your life that is confusing, if you have something in your life that you are super excited about and you want to expand on, if you have something in your life that baffles you or that you think is someone else's problem, prayer treatment is for you. So I would encourage you to go to the website, ntcfresno.org, and pick those little lines in the top right corner, and you will find a means to contact us and fill out a prayer treatment request form. Those will go anonymously or confidentially to us and to Dyla, and she will include you in her prayers for the next 30 days. If you are in person in the sanctuary, there are prayer treatment requests in the lobby, in the foyer, and there's a little box for you to place those inside. Fill out a prayer treatment request form. Just the act of filling out the form can sometimes have a transformative effect. But the prayer treatment is for you. It's for everyone. So I encourage you to fill out a request. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Thank you for everything, and welcome to New Thought Community.
Now I have the community song.
We hear the words that life is eternal and that life goes on and that there's an essence of us that continues beyond this body. But sometimes the eyes don't know that. And sometimes the heart just can't really get that. And one of the wonderful things I think that we get to do as human beings is that we get to feel. You know, we really get to feel.
Now we have the opening treatment and circle of light with Reverend Wanda Moore.
Good morning and welcome to the Circle of Light today. I'd like to ask the ministers and the practitioners and the interns that are present in the room to surround the room. And for those of you who are in the cloud, radiate your light toward the light. We ask you to shine your light into the atmosphere so that we can fill it with tangible love. We know that in this moment, the light being reflected allows those seeking light and balance and wholeness. They feel this transformative power. And we know that the light touches those who are in need, that are in the circle, that we know, as we can repeat their names into the circle, but we know who they are. And I'll start with my son and Aaron and Adrian, my family, and those of us we know that are in need of healing, those that are in need of abundance, those that are in need of some form of balance. We dedicate our lives to you. And the following part of our service we dedicate to our beloved Reverend Kathy, who made her transition. We know we're here to experience love, to live in joy, to be peaceful, and to nurture wisdom and understanding. We're here to help each other and to thrive while we're alive. But while she was here on earth, she worked to help herself stay in balance. She worked to help others succeed. And she worked to help to keep our tradition strong and to allow our heritage to guide those of the future. Because her work is done and her light no longer shines, we know that the work she did helped others. It created memories for us that will last forever, and she will remain in our hearts. The love that she had will never die. The work that she did continues, and we will retain this memory in our hearts forever. Blessings to Reverend Kathy on your journey to light, your journey to God. We appreciated you. We will love you forever. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Wanda. And now Rob for the announcements.
Might be trying to figure out how that's going to happen, so give us a second.
We got it.
Okay, good deal.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Great.
We can't hear you anymore. I'm also trying to find you.
Yeah, I'm not talking. I'm talking now. Can you hear me? Anybody at home?
Yes, and are we all looking at, is the spotlight on Rob now?
You can adjust that.
We hear you. Carry on.
Okay. Okay, bear with me, folks. This spot apparently is about to fail. Hello, I'm Rob Trice. These are your announcements. We've got the community meeting today. First and foremost, over everything else, that's what's occupying my mind space right now. So the more the merrier. If you all can join me, that'd be wonderful. It's the same channel as you're currently on now. Even though there's a separate link for it, if you want to, after service, grab a cup of coffee and a bagel and come back. It'll be the same channel. We're going to hold it in here for anybody who's physically here. It'll be here in the sanctuary. And for this week, we have a wonderful week like it is always at New Thought Community. It's a virtual week. Everything is pretty much on Zoom, but we've got Science of Mind 1 on Monday at 6 p.m. followed by Reiki Share at 6:30 on Zoom. On Tuesday, we have our Spiritual Solutions Recovery Group that's run by Reverend Terry. Science of Mind 4 is at 6 p.m. On Zoom on Tuesday night. They're kicking off a new class with Reverend Wanda. Wednesday, we've got our ministers luncheon for all our ministers. And then Wednesday evening at 6 p.m., we have Science of Mind 2. Next week, we have Reverend Wanda Moore speaking. And we also have another production team meeting so we can talk more towards, that's open for anybody who wants to talk about or discuss getting back to a live service and how we do that. You can see that one man, even though I think I'm enough, I need help. So we when we start filling the sanctuary again with live performance and as people start to feel more comfortable and they come in, then that meeting is about that. So we're going to discuss those kind of things to make it happen, to make it manifest. We are all volunteer organization, as always, everybody. So if you're here physically on the NTC campus, we have a list of volunteer positions that's always available next to the refrigerator. So, open up the fridge, grab yourself some creamer for your coffee, and then slightly shift to the right, and you'll find the donation list and the volunteer list. And we're all volunteers here. We need help with sound. We need help with teachers. We need help with going back to a live performance. This flashing spotlight is giving me a trial, but I will persevere. We have a lot of not so many as we started off with, but we have a lot of books and CDs and tapes. Not so much tapes. It's not 1980, but it's mostly CDs. It's like 1990. And books available in the Sunshine Room right off of Harmony Hall for anybody who wants them. These were donated by different private agencies with the stipulation that we would give these away. I think we're only going to give these away until the end of the month. They've been out there for a couple months now. So if you want them, come in next week. A love donation would be nice. But just look over everything and grab what you want. So we're gonna clean out that space for another purpose at the end of this month. So please come out and do that. Gina, did I miss anything? It's open forum here. There's only like a dozen people in the sanctuary, so I always feel loosey-goosey and feel like we can.
I think you did a great job.
Okay, well, thank you. Does anybody want me to talk about anything? Any announcements? They're at home. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. I haven't heard anybody. Okay. Well. There it is. There's your announcements. It will live forever on the internet in perpetuity. And on with the show. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob. Here. Thank you, Rob. And now we're going to have the vision, purpose, and mission with Jessica Gerken.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica, and I will be doing your vision, purpose, and mission. Our vision: we are a spiritually empowered family. Our purpose: to remember, experience, and connect with the universal truth. Our mission: our New Thought community is a diverse spiritual family guided by universal principles and devoted to awakening the divine presence within each of us. We are committed to loving, inspiring, and healing.
Thank you, Jessica. And now the reading and treatment by Dyla Ray, practitioner.
Good morning, New Thought community. This is Dyla Ray here to do your reading and treatment. I'm reading from the Science of Mind magazine. Title is I Am That I Am. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Carl Jung. When we see it as it is, then we shall see ourselves as we are. Science of Mind, page 36. What we see in the world around us is but a reflection of our beliefs about life. If we are in fear of the world, we will look upon a fearful world. If we think we are all alone, we will experience a lonely life. We can manifest only that which we feel, think, and know is true regarding life itself. If our false beliefs dominate our thoughts, we will experience the results of those false beliefs. We are free to believe the world is a scary place or a wonderful, inviting place to live. And either way, our manifestation will reinforce our beliefs. As we walk the spiritual path of truth and light, we learn that the world holds nothing against us. We are safe, we are loved, and we are endowed with all the qualities of God that to express individually, uniquely, as only we can. We are all abundance, all the joy, all the wisdom, and we choose to call upon. We are guests in this adventure called life, and we are here to learn, have fun, grow our sense of self, and express our authentic nature. We are a gift to the world. Spirit saw fit to incarnate itself as us in form. It is incumbent upon us to use all of our gifts and talents to live life to its fullest. Affirmation. All of the qualities of God are mine to express, to the extent that I believe, embody, and express the truth of my divinity. Let's ready ourselves for treatment. God is all there is. Love, peace, harmony, wholeness. We are one with God. We are one with this divine power, this divine presence. There is no other, there is no separation. We are all one. The power and presence that I call God is my true identity. There is no separation or otherness. Right where I am is all the power of the universe. From this place of oneness with the divine, I speak my word for each and every one of us, accepting the right here, right now, the fullness of God is expressing through us, as us. I declare clarity, balance, complete abundance, freedom, health, emotional well-being. I accept and declare the truth fully and completely. I am so grateful and thankful for this reality, knowing that it is now expressing through me in my life today. I release my word into the law, knowing that it is already made manifest. I'm so grateful and thankful for these teachings and for being part of this community. I love you guys. Until next time.
Thank you, Dyla. So beautiful and so true. Now the meditation song.
Just center in this sweet space and allow this song into your heart.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me.
sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, I just go inside and quiet my mind. I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Love that song. Thank you so much, band and choir. Now we'll have special music, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me when you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your
That was just wonderful. Thank you so much, Brandon. You're just what great and add so much to our community. And now we're going to have not only beautiful on the outside, but beautiful on the inside. One of our major wisdom keepers, Reverend Michelle Pauls.
Good morning. I am Reverend Michelle, and I am honored to be your speaker this morning. Before I get started, I want to say a special thank you to our production team for those who every week work to put our beautiful services together. Thank you, thank you. So my talk this morning was inspired by the book Into the Magic Shop by Dr. James R. Dowdy. This book is the story of his life and how he learned that extraordinary things happen when we learn to access the mind and the heart. So Jim grew up in Lancaster, California, in pretty much abject poverty, went to bed many nights hungry. His father was alcoholic, and his mother was chronically depressed and attempted suicide many times during his childhood. So the summer of his 12th year, he was riding his bicycle around Lancaster and happened into a strip mall that he had not ridden his bike that way before. And he walked into this magic shop, and there was a woman there behind the counter, and she was reading a book, and he began to ask her questions about what was in the display. And she told him that she wasn't familiar with what was in the display, that the store actually belonged to her son, and that he should be back shortly. And they chatted a little bit, and then Ruth said, I'm going to be in Lancaster for 6 weeks, visiting with my son, and I know some real magic, some magic that can change your life. And if you will agree to come every day for the next 6 weeks, I will teach it to you. And it'll teach you how to have what you want in life. Wow. This got Jim's attention, and he readily agreed to come and to work with Ruth every day for the next 6 weeks. And she told him that she was going to teach him a series of magic tricks. And the first trick was how to relax the body. She told him that unless we're able to relax the body, it's very difficult to accomplish much of anything because the body is just racing and is unable to do anything except to continue to race. So she taught him a series of relaxation exercises. And she also taught him about listening to calming music. Once Jim had mastered this magic trick, she then taught him how to quiet his mind. And she did this with meditation, but she didn't call it meditation. You know, sometimes it's really important to understand our audience and to speak to people in such a way that they can really hear us. So she called it the DJ in his head. The DJ who was saying, okay, now we're going to do this and now we're going to do that, and just that constant chatter. Jim didn't even realize that there was a DJ in his head. He just thought that was him, and that's just the way it is. So first she taught him a breathing technique to follow his breath. And at this time in Jim's life, this didn't work well for him because there was so much in his head. There was so much fear. There was so much going on that he'd be able to do it for a few seconds, and then all the worries and things that he was concerned about would pop back in his head. She even suggested that he think about the hairs in his nostrils moving. You know, he's a 12-year-old boy. Worked for a minute. So next she taught him to stare into a lighted candle to watch the flame. And this worked a little bit better for him. He was able to watch the white and then the yellow and then the blue of the flame. But the thoughts came back. So the third option that she gave Jim was to find a mantra. A mantra. Now, she didn't call this a mantra because he didn't know what a mantra was. So she said, think of a word or two that are really important to you and that you can say over and over again in your mind. Well, Jim had a crush on a girl named Chris. And he thought, well, that would be one. And then when he thought of Chris, he thought of a doorknob. Why? He doesn't know, and it didn't matter. But so his mantra became Chris knob. And he said it over and over and over. And he said to this day, he still uses that mantra. This worked for him. And it just goes to show how important it is to have a variety of tools so that we know where our go-to is if our regular ones aren't working. When life is calm and peaceful and everything is going well, meditation comes pretty easy. It's pretty easy to quiet the mind. But when we're in pain or someone we love is in pain, it becomes more difficult. One that I have found in my tool belt that works well for me is I go for a walk and I feel each step on the earth that I'm taking and feel the way the air feels on my skin. And this quiets me every time. So find what works. The next magic trick that Ruth taught him was how to open the heart. So the way Ruth taught Jim to open his heart was, first of all, to think of someone who has loved you completely. To think about how that feels, how that acceptance feels. In spite of all your humanness, this person loves you completely. To allow that love, to allow that feeling to go completely into your heart. And once you have filled yourself up with all that yummy love, to think of someone that you care about or someone that you love, and to send that same complete love to them, to see them happy, to see that love just impacting them and filling them and lightening their load, giving them the gift that you had been given. And once you're all filled up now with the love, that complete love for yourself and complete love for others, to think of someone that you've had difficulty with. And understanding that oftentimes someone's behavior is a reflection of their pain. And think of that person as yourself when you've been in pain and when you've suffered and when you've been in all your humanness. And then send that person this complete love. Seeing them impacted by this complete love in the same way that you were impacted with this complete love. And then knowing that this is the way we connect. We connect with others completely when our hearts are open. The next magic trick that Ruth taught to Jim was to clarify his intentions. To clearly see what it is that we wish to manifest. What is our intention? And then to sit quietly and to see that as clearly as we can at that time. And it doesn't matter if it's not completely clear, because this is step one, right? So seeing what we want, seeing it clearly, and then seeing ourselves having it, that knowing this is mine. And how would it feel if I had it? What would my emotions be? What would my actions be? How would this enrich my life? And just see this. And then repeat. Do it once or twice a day. And every time add a little detail, add a little bit more, and it will become clearer and clearer until it manifests. Ruth's final teaching on this matter was, always open your heart with love and compassion before you clarify and manifest your intention. That's the important part. So Ruth asked Jim to put together his intentions, to make a list. And he made this list. And the list was not to be evicted. His family had been evicted many times. Not to be evicted, to go on a date with Chris, to go to college, to be a doctor, to have $1 million, to have a Rolex, to have a Porsche, to have a mansion, to have an island, and be so successful that no one would ever look down on him again. Upon reading this list, Ruth asked Jim, did you open your heart first before you made this list? And Jim, being afraid that he would have to go back and learn something else and would not be able to put these things that were so important to him, especially not being evicted, said yes. So he lied to Ruth because he really didn't understand at this point how to open his heart. And Ruth explained to him that we all have this power, this magic inside of us, and we just need to learn how to use it. And how important it is to open the heart first so that we have an intention that is for our highest good and for the highest good around us. Because this will work even if we don't. And that it could cause pain and loneliness if you're not doing it in a way that has an open heart and compassion. So Jim did go on to become a successful doctor. He overcame many obstacles, and if you get a chance, read the book because it's just so amazing. Overcame many obstacles, not only became a doctor, became a renowned neurosurgeon. Had a private practice in Newport, and he was worth not $1 million, but $75 million. Jim left this work and became a CEO of a company that was inventing new surgical equipment and invested heavily. And he says in the book that he was arrogant, lonely, and unhappy. And then the dot-com crash came, and he literally lost everything. The mansion, the cars, the money. And sometimes, you know, when we hit a bottom like that, we remember the truth. And the truth was he needed to open his heart, that he needed to connect the heart and the mind. And he did beautifully go on to do this. And he did amazing, beautiful work and went back to being a surgeon once again, and also created what is now still in effect, the Center for Compassion and Altruism Research and Education. He worked with the Dalai Lama, and the Dalai Lama actually made a donation to his foundation. Jim said in the book that kindness is his religion, just like the Dalai Lama. He also said that this has enabled him to be serious about being a healer, but it also to temper that seriousness with love and compassion. And I will end with a quote from the Dalai Lama, and it's from his book, The Book of Joy and Lasting Happiness. A scientifically controlled study conducted by German researchers at the University of Kassel has shown that while the chest area of an average person emits only 20 photons of light per second, someone who meditates on their heart center and sends love and light to others emits an amazing 100,000 photons of light per second. This is 5,000 times more than the average human being. And further studies have shown that when the photons are infused with a loving and healing intent, their frequency and vibration increases to the point where they can literally change matter, heal disease, and transform negative events. So Jim's message is, open your heart, think loving, intentional thoughts, and change the world. Namaste.
Michelle, that was just beautiful. Thank you so much. And now we're going to have the offertory prayer by Ashley Herbert.
Hello, family. My name is Ashley, and I will be giving the offertory prayer today. Let's take a deep breath in. I know that there is one God, there's one source, there's one power that works through us and for our highest good for all. And I know today, as we give to our community, to the NTC family, that we are giving with love and support from so richly that we receive, and we are abundant, and we are open to receive and to give to our community as God gives to us freely. And I know that this is to be true, and I just say thank you, God, and so it is.
I know, Ashley.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you, Ashley. And now the offertory song, Love Can Build a Bridge.
I'd gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet, to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat.
I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means.
Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? love and only love can join tribes of men.
I would give my heart's desire
So that you might see.
First step is to realize
That it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, anything. We believe it in the power and between your heart and mine. It's in love can build that bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Yes, I do. Love can build a bridge. Love and only love between your heart and mine. Between your heart and mine. Love can build a love and only love. Don't you think it's time?
Don't you think it's time?
Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Love and only love. Love and only love.
That was just now we'll have the exit song, nothing more.
To be humble, to be kind, it is a giving of a peace in your mind. To a stranger, to a friend, to give in such a way that has no end. We are love, we are one, we are how we treat each other when the day is done. We are peace, we are war, we are how we treat each other and nothing more. To be bold, to be brave, it is a
heart can still be saved. And the darkness can come quick. The dangers in the anger and the hanging on to it. We are love. We are one. We are how we treat each other when the day is done. We are peace. We are war. We are how we treat each other and nothing more. Tell me what it is that you see. A world that's full of endless possibility. The heroes don't look like they used to. They look like you. We are how we treat each other when the day is done. We are peace. We are war. We are how we treat each other and nothing more. We are how we treat each other and nothing more. We are how we treat each other.